Hey guys, this is Travis, man. I want to talk about a movie that I went to go see this today, which was The Hate You Gave Us. Man, very inspirational movie. I had no idea that it was a very Tupac influential movie. And man, it's crazy that he died 22 years ago and that movie his name still lives on and still reigns and so influential on the world. And it was a great movie, man. They talked about a lot of subjects, talked about police brutality, people selling out, black people, we call them Uncle Tom, selling out, man. It just spoke on today's time, and that movie is way overdue. It's the best movie I have seen this year, and I've seen a lot of movies. Black Panther was great, but I don't think it's better than this movie, man. This movie touched on a lot of subjects, man, especially what's going on today in our generation in the world and how they see us, man. And the young lady who was the actor, man, she was so dope in there, man. She did her thing in there. And I encourage everyone to go see that movie. Scale 1 to 10, it was a 20. It blew it off the radar, man, with everything that they were touching in that movie. I'm not going to explain the movie too much because I want people to go see it. But one of the things that is crazy that I grew up as a diehard Tupac fan, because my uncle knew him and things like that. So he was like he loved Tupac, every album he had. And one of the things that is so crazy that I thought that I knew the meaning of, it wasn't. The thug life, the hate you gave little infants fucks everyone. I didn't know that meant that. I thought it meant the hate you gave little infants fuck everybody, as in like fuck everybody who give hate to little infants. But he was saying that the hate you gave little infants fucks everyone in the long run, because just like the person that you created fucks everyone as they get older in life, which leads us to incarceration, gangs, dead and jail, you know how it is, like. And that's because the things that, these poverty, when we come from these poverty situations, and it's like no one gives us a chance, we can't get a job, based on color, or because of the color of our skin, we can't get so far in life. And I think that movie touched on so many subjects, and just to know that meaning is so true in real life, because that's really what happens to us. You snatching the fathers out the house from incarceration, death, all these things. And the one thing they talked about in the movie was that, like, who you think put these drugs in these neighborhoods? Because no black man owns a jet that can go from the country to over here and fly drugs in, and the government doesn't catch them. So somebody's put these drugs in our community to make us go to these things, because everything is $1 billion business. When you go to jail, that's $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many things that they touched on in that movie that was just crazy. And another subject was when the young lady dated a white boy, and he said, "I don't see color, I just see you." And she said, "No, when you look at me, you better see color. You have to see color." Because the thing about a lot of white people, and I'm not saying they all bad, but this is the truth. White people always got this thing where at the end of the day, you can wear Jordans, you can listen to all the music, all the Future, all the music you want, but at the end of the day, you still got your white privilege, and you're not black. And that's the understanding that we are trying to get people to understand. Oh, I'm not. And then another subject that they touched in the movie was the girl said she wasn't racist. She said, "You don't have to call nobody a nigga to be racist. All you gotta do is when you clutch in your purse when you see a black person, when you give them a dirty stare because you stereotyping them off the bat, that's racist. We can't be racist because we can't oppress nobody. You know what I mean? White people can oppress anybody, but we can't, and they have done that for years, for hundreds of years. And one of the things, and I experience that now when I live in this complex in Hollywood, and when I walk in the complex, and I see white people, they looking at me nervous, and I'm like, hold up, man, you just see me scan my card to get in here just like you. How are you nervous? You know what I'm saying? I live here too, just like you. I pay the same amount of rent you pay. And that's the thing that I experienced in college and here, so and which is in Florida. And basically she touched on that, man, and they touched on so many subjects: police brutality, how these police are really treating us out here, how they feel about us, and how they shoot us before they shoot a white man in the Benz in a certain neighborhood. He can have a gun, but it's a different procedure. You know, shoot now, ask questions later, and that's how they treat us. And he touched on that, man, so much, and everybody played a good role in that movie to touch on every subject. So I encourage every black person. Black Panther was good, like I said again, Black Panther was great, but it has nothing on this movie. I encourage every black person, I encourage white people to go see this. Every person of color gotta see this automatically, but white people need to see this. Different cultures need to see this to have an understanding of what's really going on in the world, and stop faking that you acting like you don't see, I don't see color. We have good people and bad people. No. That's not true. Yes, you have good people and bad people, but people of color is real. People who are black is real for us, and you have to realize that. And if you need to know that and be informed of what's going on, man. But at the end of the day, man, this movie was so Pac influential. Please, I'm begging the world to go see this. This movie should be #1. There's no reason why that it shouldn't be, and I know it's not, because I know that they're not going, because the movie not even playing at every movie theater. But I'm so happy my girlfriend told me about this movie. It was a great movie, man. I pray that everyone go see this movie because it was good and it touched on everything that's going on today, in today's time. So when you guys get a chance, go check out that movie, The Hate You Gave Us. It was a very influential movie, very Tupac-ish. Every subject you need: racism, police brutality, growing up and feeling like you had to be two different people when you go to certain schools. Me going to a school, I went to UCF maybe 2 semesters, or just being in Florida and going back to Baltimore, and I felt like I was two different people, and that was one of the things she touched on. When she went to school, she felt like she had to be two different people, because you come from this, you still live in the hood, but you going to school out here, and you feeling like people here saying you're not black enough, and then the people here saying you're not articulate enough. It's so much of a stress, and so when I experienced that, and I felt the same way and she felt in the movie. When you get to see it, it was like 2014. I lost my best friend due to gun violence, and a part of me felt like, damn, did I abandon him, because I haven't he died in February, and I haven't talked to him since October, because I went home and I always go past to see him, see how he doing, talk to him for like 3 or 4 hours, just sit on the front porch, and he got murdered. And that was one of the things that I felt like, damn, I didn't talk to him, because I'm too busy living this college life, and I forgot about my right hand man who had a lot of love for me, and that was one of the things. And she gonna talk about that in that movie, of how she felt the same way. So man, I encourage everyone to go see The Hate You Gave Us. Great movie, great actors. The girl who starred in it, awesome. She this movie deserves an Oscar, Academy, whatever the awards is. Go see the movie, man. This is Travis. That's my review on the movie. Great movie of the year. Go see it, check it out. It's a good one. It's really good. It's really, really good, man. Touched on every subject. Thank you guys for tuning in. I gotta do more reviews now, man, because I'm very intrigued by movies, but this movie just blew me off the water. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Travis, the Broke Entrepreneur. I'm out.